Hey everyone, this is a clip from a recent episode of Another Pass, where we talk about movies and all the struggles that go into making them. If you like it, check out the whole podcast. You can find it at certainpov.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Everyone, before we get further into a conversation about this movie, does the story happen?
I don't know. It could be a dream.
Right.
I mean, that's where they leave you at the end, right? Like, he's like, oh, it's so beautiful. It looks like a dream. And he's like, is it a dream? So, is he in a booth? Is this the vacation that he purchased? And he's a hero? I don't know. Maybe.
I personally come down on this movie being entirely inside Arnold Schwarzenegger's head from the moment he goes to recall.
Interesting. I have vacillated back and forth between what I think the actual answer is, but especially in this most recent viewing, I tend to believe that at least some of it happened. I mean, at least at the end, I think that that's a tongue-in-cheek way of acknowledging that it could be a dream, but I don't think that it is. I think that this happened.
Yeah, I agree with Ryan. I actually really do feel like at the end, I feel like it's real, and I feel like it's just like, at this point, it's tongue-in-cheek on whether you, the audience, can trust it. Because the whole time, every single time, you feel like, okay, now we're on track, now we have the narrative, now we know where we're going. Like, this main character feels that way. Something else happens to throw him off. Like, when he's in the office and he's just like, who are you going to show me now? My mother? Like, oh my God, who else is going to convince me that one thing is true and the other thing isn't true? And so I think it's just kind of a joke from everyone involved, the screenwriters and the director being like, ha ha ha, was it real? I don't know. Yeah, sure it was. Big kiss at the end. You're welcome. So I think it's just kind of poking fun at that stuff. But I would like to believe that it's real and that they did win.
Yeah, it's fun because Schwarzenegger has said that he believes it's a true story. Or not true, obviously not true.
Right.
Again, this is a sci-fi
documented.
movie.
It happened. Yeah. We all know this.
But Schwarzenegger comes down on the side of these are events that actually happen in the narrative of the film. Versus Verhoeven has said that he prefers to think of it as being a thing that happens inside his brain. That scene was the selling point for him coming on board, and he decided to make it more explicit in the text of the film. But you can see that thus, this is Schwarzenegger's baby at this point. He's the one making this movie occur. So, his say also has a lot of weight to that. So I think you can come down on either side, even if I prefer to think that it's entirely in his head. I understand that this is headcanon.
Right, and it's deliberately confusing.
Yeah.
I think that it's a movie that succeeds precisely because it is confusing. It's not incoherent. It leaves you a lot to chew on throughout the entire runtime.
And it's wild because the short story is explicitly real memories occurring. The events are actually happening. It's less vague about the whole situation versus what we actually get here, which I find fascinating that this is, in its own weird way, more Philip K. Dick-esque than the actual Philip K. Dick story.
Right.
Yeah, I think, though, it's a good nod because, not necessarily with this story, but he was pretty well known for writing unreliable narrators. And so I think, in a way, this whole movie is an unreliable narrator. And so you have this moment of, both of us or all of us are right. Both the director and Schwarzenegger's take on it is fine. And it's really how you see it. But it's fun.
Remember, if you like that clip, check out the podcast. You can find it at certainpov.com or wherever you get your podcasts.